On today's episode, we dive into the start of the NFL season, the quickly approaching end of the MLB season, we talk about the state of Longhorn sports, and so much more. Don't go away, it's the return of the 1-0 Sports Show.
We're going to have an exciting show. We're going to talk about the NFL divisional round and what we expect from it. We talk about Texas's inconsistent start in Big 12 play for men's basketball. We'll finish with some talk about our women's basketball team. So we got a packed show today.
I got to go the other way. You know, Texas A&M, they got a lot of identity issues. Are they an agricultural school? Are they military? Are they blue collar? Are they academics? They're all over the place. So
now, I'm always a sucker for a one-handed catch. I have tiny hands. I need 3 of them just to catch a football. So this one-handed grab in the end zone, that's just super impressive in my eyes. That's going to be my play of the week.
Mayo pour on college game day. Look at this. Just the guy and the North Carolina, South Carolina game. He's just straight eating it, shirt off, rubbing it on his body.
Hey, listen, the Cinderella story ends here, Texans. I'm sorry, man. The chariots turns back into the pumpkin. It struck midnight. Whatever you want to say. I think it ends here.
Metro, Austin's transit system. We connect you to work, school, and play, and everywhere in between. Plan your ride to this weekend's game at catmetro.org.
My name's Caiden Lujin. I'm here to host for the very first time. I'm a junior here at UT studying journalism. I'm really excited to be here.
And my name is Kate Amons, also my first time here on TSTV Sports. I'm a freshman, and I'm also a journalism major.
Great to be here. Let's get right into our first segment, Who's Hot, Who's Not. So I'm really excited for this one. My Who's Hot is Alperen Şengün. He has been on an absolute tear in Eurobasket, leading Turkey into a huge semifinal matchup against Greece this afternoon. The 23-year-old, emphasis on that, coming off his first NBA All-Star appearance with the Houston Rockets, has his home country sitting at 5-0 and is stuffing the stat sheet with averages of 21.6 points, 10.9 boards, and 7.1 assists. Last game against Poland, he was the 6th player in Eurobasket history to have a triple-double. And oh, by the way, that was not even a week after outplaying and beating 3-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokic. Nobody in the basketball world is as hot as Şengün is right now, and it's not Thanksgiving yet, but he's got turkey cooking.
And my hot is the WNBA Las Vegas Aces. They're currently going on a 16-game winning streak and are the number 2 seed going into playoffs starting September 14th. It started with a 53 loss to the Lynx, who is currently number 1, and star player AJ Shaw came to the team's leader. They went on to win 12 games in a row, back to back, and then they go on to play the Lynx again and end up winning. And they go on to win 4 more games, and they're currently number 2 going into the playoffs starting soon. So it's been a good team to watch so far.
For sure. Would you have them winning it all?
I think so. I think it's strong, and I have faith in them. It's going to be a good playoff season.
I do too. Now for the lesser side of things, who's not? Mine is NBA star Kawhi Leonard. If you've seen anything in the news about him lately. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are not hot this week because reports say Leonard signed a $28 million no-show endorsement deal with a tree planting company called Aspiration, a company that later went bankrupt and was funded by Clippers owner Steve Ballmer. Problem is, he didn't supposedly do any of the work, so no trees were being planted. And the contract tied his payments to him staying with the Clippers. So sources told Pablo Torre this was basically a way to get Leonard extra money outside of his NBA contract and circumvent the salary cap. Clippers deny any wrongdoing, but the league keeps on digging, and it's not looking good so far. Fines, loss of draft picks, or even suspension could be on the way for him.
And my non-hot is Lewis Hamilton on Ferrari. He's 7-time world champion, and his dream was to go to Ferrari. He gets to Ferrari, and it's just absolutely sucking. I mean, he's 6th place in the Drivers' Championship behind his former teammate, George Russell. Ferrari doesn't even have a game plan strategy when it comes to Sunday. They're swapping drivers, making big mistakes. They barely even qualify on Saturday to make it to qualifying. He started good with winning 1st place in the Chinese Grand Prix sprint, and then it's just doing absolutely awful, and we all think it's Ferrari's fault. Lewis Hamilton was quoted saying, "I just feel useless," and talks of him retiring after this year because Ferrari's just doing awful, and they're doing awful for Lewis Hamilton.
Well, dang.
Yeah. It's a bad watch. It's a bad watch.
bit dramatic. I don't know. He wants to retire immediately.
That's what they're all saying, is that he wants to retire. I mean, 7-time world champion,
That's
and
unfortunate.
he's doing bad at Ferrari right now.
Well, getting into our next segment of what's trending. So we know the NFL season started up this past weekend with some big games, some sad showings. We're just going to talk about what we felt were our best games to watch and the worst games to watch. So for my best, I'm going to go with Jets versus Steelers. I really like Aaron Rodgers, and I was definitely sad for the start of his revenge tour at MetLife. I love these former team matchups of any kind, so it was double the fun with he and Justin Fields. And both QBs balled out on their former teams, turned into a shootout I don't think many were expecting, 34-32. But it was A-Rod and the Steelers that got the last laugh. Behind his 4 touchdowns, despite taking 4 sacks, he was clearly hungry for this one, even saying post-game, quote, "I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets." And for my worst, this was a beatdown of epic proportions, the Colts versus Dolphins game. The Dolphins didn't even look like a professional team out there last Sunday. Tua turned the ball over twice, 2 picks, took 3 sacks. The defense was non-existent. So much so, in fact, the Colts became the first team since 1977 to score on every single possession that they had. I'm sure Colts fans had a field day with this one, but not the rest of us.
No, and Jets and Steelers, no one thought that was going to be such a close game. I didn't.
For sure.
Yeah, it was a great game. But even better game was the Ravens versus the Bills. Josh Allen told all of us that none of us should turn the TV off within 4 minutes left and down by 16 points. Like, Josh Allen, arguably, I think, gave a performance of a lifetime within those 4 minutes, starting with the Coleman touchdown, the Derrick Henry fumble. He scores his second rushing touchdown, 66-yard drive in the final 86 seconds for that 32-yard field goal. But the Ravens looked good all game. 250 receiving yards and 176 rushing yards. Derrick Henry had 84 of those rushing yards. Lamar Jackson had a great game, an explosive offense the whole game. But you just have Josh Allen's ability to lock in the final 4 minutes. And the defense struggled against Derrick Henry in the beginning of the game. But once it got down to the finals, I mean, let's go Bills. I think Bills is going to be a fun team to watch the rest of the season. But my worst game was Commanders versus Giants. I mean, the game was just boring all along. The Giants with no touchdowns, and it wasn't even because the Commanders had this amazing defense. Because their O-line forgot how to play football, practically allowing Russell Wilson to get sacked. The Giants were able to get to the goal line, 11 goal line plays, and just 3 points.
Sounds like Texas.
Oh, it was awful. And I will say Jaden Daniels is still one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. He had 233 yards and a touchdown. He was effective all game, but his offense was not. My final conclusion of the game, it was 2 good quarterbacks versus their terrible offense, and it was just a sad win for the Commanders.
That's a good one. I didn't even watch that game. So
I watched like half of it. Yeah.
We're getting closer to October and the beginning of the MLB postseason. There's mere weeks to go in the regular season, so we're going to go into our picks for the World Series champions. So for me, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Phillies. I think they just have the depth on all fronts. Starting pitching, Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, Ranger Suarez have all been dealing. And they still got Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, who just got hurt, but he should be back by the playoffs. And Kyle Schwarber has been killing it this year. Just eclipsed 50 home runs on the season, and he had I think a 4 home run game as well. Philly's always been a raucous place to play in any sport. And, of course, that's going to be taken up a notch in October baseball. And I think they're going to get it done.
I actually just saw this morning that Trey Turner isn't looking good for postseason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'm wrong.
Don't know about Trey Turner.
Check.
Yes, he's still watching. But I will say that the Brewers aren't going to win this Moneyball season. I'm just going to put that out there. Everyone's like, go Brewers. No, not go Brewers. Their only decent hitter is Christian Yelich, who's big in 2018, then never heard his name after that. They have a good defense, and everyone in MLB is saying, oh, these teams have amazing bullpens and pitching staff. But I don't think they have a good pitching staff. I don't think it's going to make them go far in October. But the team I think that's going to win is the Detroit Tigers. I mean, Treek Skubal, double back-to-back Cy Young Award winner, won it last year, 2.10 ERA. I'm going to say Casey Mize. I do believe he is quote-unquote back and will be a beneficial asset to this team heading into October. Jack Flaherty putting a lot of faith in him. Riley Green, .267 batting average. He was in his cold area for a little while. He has a strikeout problem, but I think he's on a hot streak going into October, finishing out the rest of the season. They have a good, decent pitching staff and a good enough hitters that I think they can make it very far in this postseason and potentially win the World Series.
Great points, Kate. Yeah, the Tigers were a popular pick on Crossfire.
They were.
So I can definitely see that. College football obviously is underway. There's been some major shakeups and losses for the top-ranked teams. So going into week 3, we want to discuss who we feel is at the top of the college football world. So for me, this is kind of a boring pick. They are the actual number 1 seed, Ohio State. I don't think there's any reason not to go with the defending champs here. We obviously got a first-hand look at how suffocating that defense can be in week 1. And new defensive coordinator Matt Patricia has his guys barely allowing anything at all on that side. And QB Julian Saint's job has been made relatively easy, I feel like, with the pieces around him. And they still got the most dangerous receiver in college football in Jeremiah Smith. So Ohio State for me.
Jeremiah Smith, he's going to be a fun player to watch. I'm excited to watch him coming up. But I will say that LSU looked the strongest to me. They played against Clemson, had a good win against Clemson. Their defense is relatively new. They took the struggle that they faced last year and revamping it. Brian Kelly, the defensive coordinator, finally found his groove. They have strong tackles, quote Kelly. The defensive has newbies like Mansour Dellin, A.J. Hulsey, and Zion Williams, who are credit to their defense program. Zion Williams was actually my high school bestie, so
cool.
Watch out for him.
Awesome.
Then Kelly's showing us he has a standard in his defense program. I don't know if you saw Caiden, but following the release of Sitter Mitchell, a star recruit coming in, he's off the team now, so it shows that, hey, they have a standard. Their defense is going to do good. And while LSU offense did have a struggle against Louisiana Tech with missed opportunities, facing an easier team, quarterback Garrett Newsome claims he is turning his offense around as they prepare for the first SEC game against Florida. So I have some faith in LSU, and I think it's going to be a good season for them.
I like the pick. They standing on business, coming out with the 1-0
Yes.
on their shirts. So I like it.
I'm liking LSU too. So now we're going into our week 1 plays.
No, commercial. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to break. When we come back.
When we come back, we will get into our versus segment. Don't go away.
So sorry. back to 1-0 Sports, our versus segment. We have freshman, right? Junior, sorry. Ella Rose coming in for her first time on TSTV to judge our highlights.
Yes, my name is Ella Rose Embry, as Kate mentioned, and it's my first time on TSTV. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm really excited to see both of y'all's highlight reels that y'all prepared and to see which one is best. We'll see. Yes.
Starting with Caiden? Yeah.
Starting with the best NFL Week 1 play. So for me, I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins' one-handed catch versus the Bills. Though it was a losing effort, this was a hell of a grab. And, yeah, see it in slow-mo.
Wow.
I'm a sucker for one-hand catches. You'll see another here soon.
Yeah.
But,
No, that's very impressive. Yeah, for sure.
See what Ella thinks.
Okay, sadly mine is not on the TV, but I have it right here. It's the Nashon White to the house, a pick six. You can watch it right here. J.J. McCarthy throws it, picks off, and he was a former Minnesota Vikings too, and got a pick six, and it really helped the Bears get started, even though the Minnesota
So he's
Vikings
playing against his former team?
playing against his former team.
Okay.
This
Playing
is
against
tough.
his former team.
This is tough.
There's some context there.
You got to
don't
have the context.
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
against his former team,
This
pick
is
six.
tough. This
a
is
good one.
tough.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I like that you threw that in there, that it was his former team.
Former team.
That
and
was
you know,
good.
J.J. McCarthy was a Bears fan too. So there's a lot of
Okay.
That's
We
good,
don't need
but
to get-
if I'm taking out that variable and I'm just looking at the plays, I'm gonna have to go with the one-handed catch.
Oh, okay.
Caiden, I'm gonna have to go with your like. Yours was impressive.
Appreciate
Don't get me wrong, for sure. But the one-handed catch I thought was more impressive.
Thank you. If you
But-
like that one, then just wait till you see.
Okay,
you
I'm
might like my baseball one.
I'm ready to see the next one. Let's see.
So next is our best MLB play of September thus far. I'm gonna go with TJ Friedel's home run robbery versus the Mets.
Okay.
This one is actually courtesy of a friend of mine that is gonna come up here soon. Crazy catch. You don't see this often in the MLB, and yeah, good play.
That was really impressive.
Okay.
Wow.
Kind of hit the Jumpman logo
Yeah,
there
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'll take it. It was a good play.
Yeah, that was
so
good. That was
now
very good.
baseball with catches. This is Zach Nato's juggling catch. All right, wait for it. Wait for it. And he makes the catch.
That's crazy.
He makes the catch. I mean, look at that.
That was very impressive.
It was
That was very impressive.
Sorry for the
Potato
viewers.
type
You
moment
can
there.
Google it.
Love
Can't
it.
see. He's just kind of doing a little
Yeah,
hot
he's-
potato.
I
mean-
I gotta run this back a little.
Yeah, you got to run it back. Like
Yeah.
he caught it not even with the glove, with his bare hand.
This is tough because there's two elements to this. So there's two ways we can look at
Yeah.
this. Number one, it could be like, oh yeah, he juggled and he caught it, so that's super impressive. But then it's like, why did he fumble it in the first place?
I mean, he was running
a
backwards.
good
Did you
point. I
not
like
see
that one.
shortstop
That's true, that's true,
players
that's true.
running backwards? I mean, it was lights.
But also when we're looking at this, that was very impressive jumping over. He almost like going against the wall.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
to be
Caught it.
fair, but stealing home run catches happen all the time. When does this catch happen?
Actually, I'd argue the opposite. Actually.
Well, I don't say. I feel like every game there's like, oh my god, he stole the whole run ball. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be honest.
mean-
I don't know a whole lot about baseball,
Me
but
neither.
from an outside perspective,
Come on.
I'll go ahead. I'll give it to Gabe for
Thank
this one.
you.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
Thank
it
you.
was impressive how, and the thing that impressed me was how he caught it with the hand, the
With
bare
his bare
hand,
hand,
without the
with his
glove.
bare
That was
hand.
impressive.
Okay.
That was a
I
close one
agree.
though.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was very good. So I'm excited. It's 1-1 right now. Let's see the next ones.
Okay, so for our next one, we are going to be listing the best college football play of the season so far. I'm going to go with Miami's C.J. Daniels, another one-handed catch versus Notre Dame. Terrible pass by Carson Beck, the Snapchat warrior.
Wow.
Yeah, that was definitely going to get picked off if this guy wasn't a
No,
freak of
I
nature,
just had
so,
a reaction to that. That was crazy.
yeah,
that was a very
like
good
I
play.
said, this is up a notch from Hopkins.
Yeah,
we're
it
bumping
really
it up a little
is.
bit. Wow, that was impressive. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know if I could beat this one, but I think this is an interesting play. OU quarterback, watch him, practically almost gets tackles. Looking, makes a throw, Hail Mary, caught.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good one, too.
He didn't get
Shoot.
the touchdown, but
Y'all are picking
viewers,
this stuff.
you can watch this. Google it. It's a very good play.
I'm gonna, yeah.
I mean, like, he almost gets sacked and then just throws it.
Okay.
But did the receiver
Right off
do
the
a-
bat, I already have things to say. First, the fact that it's OU
I know.
kind of brings it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm a little bit biased because for the viewers out there that don't know, I actually transferred from Miami.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so they hold a little bit of a special place in my heart. But regardless, I think if you take either of those things out, I'm still going to have to go with Caiden's highlight here. That catch, that one-handed catch was very impressive. So, yeah, Caiden, I guess Caiden's up 2-1 now.
2-1. And I'm about to be up 3-1 because
Ooh,
there is no competition, no clip I'm against here, actually. So for the worst ref mistake or biggest blooper, mine is Tyler Guyton's left-hand hook on an Eagles player. We're not allowed to show UFC on this show, but this could suffice for you.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
That was
wasn't
not
called.
okay.
It was not called, by the way. Which,
Really?
but I mean, it
Wow.
didn't matter because the Cowboys lost. But
That's crazy. Ref needs glasses.
Well, I'll say I'm the biggest blooper because you see our script right here, Santi. So when I was filling this out last night, I thought
Santi.
Santi, our producer, was going to come on the show and, talk about the biggest mistakes, ref.
Right.
So I think the blooper is not on me, but rather on our producer, Santi. And sorry. So
So you don't have one.
I don't have a clip because I thought Santi was going to come on the show and
Well, the
talk
fact
about
that
his.
Kate doesn't have a clip, that might give her the best blooper.
I think so. I like that
Okay.
point of view. I really like
yeah,
that point of
give it
view.
to her.
No.
Yes.
Realistically, I'm gonna have to go with Caiden. I mean, obviously you didn't have anything fair.
So I blame.
Maybe Santi
Give it
over
to
Edward.
her
You know
so
what?
that-
You know what? I'll give it to Santi. We'll go tie for that one. I'll give it to
did not do
Santi.
anything.
But
Santi,
you
wherever
see
you
the
are.
proof, that's Santi on the script.
Right. I do. That's yeah. But that was a crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That
Yeah, and it was
What?
crazy.
That
it
was
wasn't even
ridiculous.
called.
Yeah,
was
it was
ridiculous.
not called.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
we
fortunately.
should bring that ref up here and interview him.
Seriously.
we need to email him
Was he
see if we can
blind
get him in
or
contact.
something?
Seriously.
Perhaps.
All right. Next.
So our last clip is best miscellaneous sports play. So I went with volleyball. Ramsey Gary had a deep rally save. This was crazy. I think Georgie was in the background of this one. But yeah, crazy.
Wow.
That's insane.
That was
Just
so impressive.
so out of play,
Yeah.
and the fact that she was able to save the rally is crazy.
Ooh, and then we got the point.
That's
And yes,
awesome.
we did end
And
up
she
scoring as
jumped
well.
over it.
Yes. Oh, that was an awesome play. Wow. Okay.
Okay,
That's
so back
hard
to
act to
college
follow.
football. USF having their Cinderella story so far. First game against Boise State. So that is actually the backup quarterback. Fake punt, throws it, I believe, like 60 yards or something insane, and scores. Backup quarterback,
Yeah.
fake punt.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, my heart. My heartstrings are tugged a little bit because that was the backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback.
Right.
And it's crazy because Boise State didn't even realize it was the backup quarterback. They thought it was just going to be a punt.
You know what,
A little
Kate?
trickery.
You might hate me for this. I'm gonna have to go with Caiden again. I understand. No, that was a
it's a
very
good
that was a
play.
good play, but that play was crazy. I mean,
I can.
like
understand that.
if you took away the fact that it was a backup quarterback, that's just like a regular football play. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, not everyone is doing a fake punt.
No, yeah. I mean, that's true.
One-handed catches are, I feel like, are more common in the NFL and college football than a fake punt. I'll put it on hot take.
Okay, that's a fair. I mean, that's a fair point to make. But I'm still gonna have to go with Caiden for this one. But both of y'all's highlights were amazing. That was definitely some tough competition, and hopefully that next week it'll be even better. Colin won. When we come back, we'll dive into Texas sports on the 40. Don't go anywhere. Colin won.
Like,
Welcome back. We're going to take a deep dive into Texas athletics now. So after dropping the first game to Ohio State, the Longhorns defeated the San Jose Spartans 38-7. We're going to talk about our first impressions of this team and whether we think they can win a national championship. Now, of course, I want to maintain hope that it's a national caliber team, but through these first couple weeks, I'm not really convinced. Arch looked pretty rattled in week 1. And in week 2, defense looks solid again, but the same problems are still lingering. 2 for 12 on third down is not good. 12 penalties, not good either. That accounted for over 100 yards lost. And it's not going to kill you against San Jose State, obviously, but it will against a more worthy opponent. So I think talent is here, but until they clean this stuff up, I don't think they're ready for a championship.
I agree with you. You know, you want to maintain hopes. We're all Longhorn fans here, but Texas does have a lot of young new talent on the team with breakout players, Livingston and Wingo, who are taking the roles of Golden. They look strong or willing to hold their ground. I think they had a great game against Ohio State, great game. But Manning, in my opinion, is just still not looking confident. He's having trouble reading the field, and if a play goes wrong, like on the field, he just doesn't know what to do. He was a running quarterback last year. I mean, that's why they put him in. And I think he forgot that's honestly one of his strengths. He needs to pull some Lamar Jackson here and needs to be scared not to run, which I understand. He's don't want to get hurt, but I think he definitely needs to run the ball a little bit more. The O-line, I mean, what can we talk about them? They definitely need some work ahead of us. They're not being consistent. They're not doing good blocking. We got a good schedule ahead of us. I don't know if you looked at the schedule, but it's a good schedule. We have Florida going to be the first SEC game against 2 sophomore starting quarterbacks. That'll be a fun game to watch. It'll be a good game. I think if Texas works on their offense and Manny gets some confidence, I think we have a good reason to at least get far the championship. But I don't believe there's no Cheez-It Bowl for us. I'll end with that.
I agree. Now getting into Texas volleyball. They have been killing it starting the season 5-0, including wins against number 12 Creighton, number 8 Wisconsin, and a thrilling victory against number 4 Louisville. Down year last year, but they're definitely back on track now. How far do we think this team can go? Well, I think they can, no question, win themselves a 3rd title in 4 years, and we've seen why in these first few games. They haven't just been running the gauntlet against increasingly difficult opponents, but they're doing so in clutch situation after clutch situation. Against Stanford in that crazy moody crowd,
insane.
They gave up a 2-0 set lead, found themselves against match point twice, found a way to salvage that one. Then a few days later, same exact situation. They're in the 5th set after trailing for most of it. Stood tall, won yet another nail-biter. And I just think it's one thing to beat all these great teams, but to consistently pull out wins in pressure moments and when you have to come back, I think it's still early, but those are the makings of a national champion. And we've seen it twice in the past 3 years, like I said. So definitely think they can go ahead and win.
Oh, 100%. I agree. They're going to go far. They're going to win. The team took the struggle that they faced last year and using it as motivation to take on the season with a running start, like Caiden just said. You have your upperclassmen, Ellis Swindle and Tori Stafford, who know how to play this game against tough competitors. Then you have your star freshman, Abby Vanderwall, with 10 kills in recent game versus Creighton. This is going to be a good team. They've shown us that they can fight back from adversity. They can stay focused in the game and pull out the win. And I think Moody should be hosting a lot more Texas volleyball games because I'm sad I couldn't even get tickets.
Now getting into Texas soccer, off to a bit of a rough start, 2-4 in non-conference schedule so far. So we're going to talk about whether we think they can kind of turn the season around. One of the players on the team is actually in my reporting sports class, so I could ask her what's going on in class if I wanted. But from what I've heard, it seems to be a bit of a rebuilding season for the team. 14 of the 25 on the roster are either true or redshirt freshmen. So I just think like any young team, it's going to take some time for things to gel over the season. Of course, having the same amount of losses as they did last year already is not favorable. But there's a ton of season left, and they still have Ange Kelly at head coach, who's a legend. Helped them win the SEC last year, so I think she will help them turn things around. And SEC play starts back up tonight, and I think that's kind of a clean slate.
I think so too. Yeah, Ava McDonald, a freshman who's going to be a star player on this team. She came in January, so she played with the previous team. So she has that experience that some other new freshmen don't. I think she can be a star player on this team, kind of rally up the team to do good. You know, she scored 2 goals against the College of Charleston. Like you said, it's a young team, but a team full of great recruits. They're one of the top recruiting for female soccer in the nation. They have the talent. It's just going to take a minute to figure out all the kinks and build that connection on the field. It's like we forget that they finished second in the SEC last year. Like, they're a great team. They have the confidence, but it was a little rocky start, but I have faith in them. I have faith.
Me too. When we come back, we'll get into some trivia with some special guests. Don't go anywhere.
All right, welcome back to the 1-0 Sports Show. We are here. Hi, my name is Santiago Ortiz. I was accused of being the biggest blooper earlier in the show, so it's good to be back on camera. Good to be back with you guys. So the way this trivia is going to work, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to ask you guys a question. It's going to be up on the screen. You're going to have 4 answer choices. You can pick from the 4 answers. Think it in your head. Don't share. Don't get too cocky telling your host you know which one. You don't want to tip them off. And then whoever has the most points at the end will win. So that's how we're going to do it. All right, let's see the first question. So the first question is, which 2 players have had 4 home run games this season in the MLB? The answers are A, Kyle Schwarber, B, Shohei Ohtani, C, Aaron Judge, and then D, Nick Kurtz. Anybody have any early thoughts?
Can I go?
Wait.
I mean, I was talking about
It's
like this
A.
earlier.
A. Definitely A.
A is one of the
Yes.
answers.
And then D, Nick Kurtz against the Astros.
I thought it was just one answer. I say Schwarber.
No, it's a 2. You didn't read the question.
My bad. Okay.
You didn't read the question.
Okay. All right, we're already starting hot. Okay, so we'll award 2 points here, no points here. All right, let's see. We can see the answer as well. That'd be chill. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So the answer was Nick Kurtz
Okay.
and Kyle Schwarber.
I should get half a point. I mean, I got one of them.
Okay, I'm cool with giving you half a point. All right, the rest of the answers will just be one question. Or one answer, sorry. All right, let's see question number 2. Which university has the most national championships in swimming and diving?
Bam.
This is men's swimming and diving, by the way. Okay. I'd say yeah. Everybody, we're gonna have everybody put up their hands
All right.
and reveal the answer at the same time. All right, 3, 2, 1. I think. Let's see the answer. It was actually Texas. So
embarrassing.
no points awarded
Crossfire
there.
the other day.
Yeah, well, I thought
USC was getting glazed on their swimming
Yeah,
river
that's
diving
what I
program,
remember.
so I figured it was them.
Yeah, me too.
that's actually why I came up with this question. But I feel like
Oh.
Texas.
Good question.
I feel like y'all should know that.
Yeah,
Texas is
okay,
known
my bad.
for.
That's
We're known
need
for
to
our
get-
swimming and
Yeah,
diving. Like it's kind of the whole joke. Like we only win national championships in swimming diving. But anyways, all right. Let's see question number 3. What is the record for most ejections combined in an NFL game, or most combined ejections in an NFL game in history? So, like, how many people got ejected in one game? Came up with this question because I saw the guy from Florida get ejected for spitting. Guy obviously in the Eagles game, so lots of ejections going on.
Yeah.
How many do you think is the most? Let's get the question back
yes,
up there
please.
because it's kind of a very not off the dome knowledge. Okay,
Oh.
we just got the answer.
I was actually gonna go 5. I was actually gonna go 5.
Okay, sure.
So yeah.
Were you gonna go 5 as well?
Yes.
Okay, let's just give everybody
Yay.
points
Yeah,
here.
there we go.
Okay, yeah, the record is 5. It was the Miami Dolphins against the Cincinnati Bengals in 2019.
What was going on in that
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the two teams were not very good. They were both trying to lose. It was like the tank for Tua situation, and the Bengals lost that game, and they got Joe Burrow.
Don't mess with those
So-
Miami boys.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going into the 4th question, and we have 1 point here, 1 point here, and then half a point. So there's a lot of ground still to be made up. Let's see the 4th question. Which goaltender scored the first goal in NHL history? Is it 1, Ron Hextall, 2, Billy Smith, 3, Martin Brodeur, or 4, Jose Theodore? Okay. You guys think you know? Anybody have any thought?
Maybe. I need to call my best friend right now. She would know.
This is going to be a complete guess.
All right. Let's see what your complete guesses are. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, unfortunately, you guys are all
Billy.
incorrect.
Oh.
It was Ron Hextall. I know we went deep
Hextall.
into the NHL history books.
I knew
What
it was like
year
an
is
old
that?
timey
Yeah.
name. Like who names
Yeah.
a kid
Yeah.
Ron?
Billy Smith is the most old-time name I've ever
Billy
heard.
Smith doesn't sound like a real name.
Right.
Is Billy
Right.
Smith someone,
Yeah,
or is that like a
true.
random person?
I think it's an actual NHL player. Sorry, Billy Smith is rolling in his grave. R.I.P. I don't know if he's actually
He's
dead.
a-
Maybe he's dead.
Canadian hockey player.
Oh.
He's still alive.
Shout out
still
Billy
with us.
Smith.
Yeah.
Billy Smith.
All
Billy
right.
Smith, look at
So
him.
there have been no points awarded since the first question. So anybody can win right
Okay.
now, right here, because you still have half a point. So if they both
Buzzer
get it
beater.
wrong and you get it right, you win by decision. Okay. So let's get into the 5th and final question. Let's see. Okay, which city were the first modern Olympic Games held in 1896? Is it 1, Paris, 2, Athens, 3, London, or 4, Rome?
I feel like this could be a trick question.
I feel like I should know this.
I
but
know.
don't.
Ready?
Are you thinking, Why, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's discuss. I mean, the Olympics were in Paris last
Yes.
year,
Right.
and I feel like there's one specific place that's known for starting the Olympics.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
think you're just giving it away now.
no,
But
that's
is
what
it-
I was thinking. That was just my thought
Yep.
process.
I-
I don't even
I
remember
agree.
what the answer to the
Really?
question.
I
is.
I
scared
don't
it
remember
could
the
be a
answers.
trick question.
And now you're scaring me, and I
Yeah.
wrote the question. But all right, let's see the answer, Tyler. And okay, the answer was
Athens,
Athens.
yeah.
Okay, so everybody got a
Everyone
point
got
there.
it.
So we have a tie. Unfortunately, everybody wins pretty much, except for you,
Yay!
except for Caden.
Except for Caden.
I got
Caden
the
lost.
highlights. I got the highlights. I'm okay.
That is true.
Okay, sounds
yes.
good. Thank you guys for having me on. Look forward to having a great year on 1-0. But yeah, when we come back, we'll have these 3 all on to do pick'ems. You won't want to miss it.
Welcome back to 1 and 0. We are about to get into our everyone's favorite segment, Pick'ems, joined by Aidan here. Welcome.
Welcome. Sorry, that last segue, I kind of came in out of the middle of nowhere not introducing myself. But my name's Aidan. This is my first time at TSTV, so shout out TSTV. I'm a sophomore. Yeah, exactly. There we go. I'm a sophomore journalism major here, and I love this show purely because I can rant, share my opinions without people actually know who I am. So I can hate on Kawhi Leonard and hate on just because of his laugh and his style of playing without actually getting death threats from Kawhi Leonard. So I love this show. It's great to be with you guys, and let's get to it.
Yes.
Let's get to it. So our first game we're going to pick is Jaguars 1-0 versus the Bengals, who are also 1-0. I'm going to take the Bengals to win this one. Home opener, coming off a grinder of a win last week in Cleveland. I think their offense is going to look better this week, and I think they understand the importance of these early season games after a bad start last year.
I'm actually going to go against you. I think the Bengals barely beat the Browns. It was a sloppy game on the Bengals' part. Their star players, Burrow, Higgins, Chase, did not compete with the Bears' defense. Jags had a good win versus the Panthers. Their run-stopping defense of Trayvon Walker and rookie Travis Hunter. They're going to put up a good game. Jags' rookie defense versus the steamed Beagles' offense.
Right. I totally agree with you, Kate. The Jags are 3.5 underdogs, 3.5 underdogs in Vegas. I don't know what the people in Vegas should get fired. You know, I think their attention's more on horse jockeying than it is covering this game, which is crazy to me. But give me the upset. Give me Duval Nation is going to win this one. Jacksonville is led by a brand new offensive system, led by head coach Liam Cohen. And let's not forget who helped Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They had the third most efficient offense last year. So they're in a brand new system. Everyone was hating on Travis Etienne because he had a poor offense, but he was led by Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson hasn't played a game in the NFL since the 80s, okay? So the Bengals look perplexed, and then look at last week, Bengals offense looked perplexed against Cleveland. So this is why Jags running back Travis Etienne did not give me the Jags to win this one.
Okay, so for our second game, we've got a Super Bowl rematch. The Eagles at the Chiefs. In such cases where it's a Super Bowl rematch, the defending champ is 8-3 in that game. But I did just watch that Kingdom docuseries, and I come from a family of Swifties, so I'm going to have to go with Kansas City to get their get back in this one.
I will have to say, I don't think this is going to be a great game. I mean, Xavier Worthy has a hurt shoulder, won't be playing 100%. Eagles, barely scrapped out a win against the Cowboys. Pat didn't play his best game. I think the Eagles are going to win, but I don't think this is going to be such a good game to play. Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes also doesn't have his spark plug in Chris Collinsworth because this game is a day game. This isn't a night game. And Patrick Mahomes benefits from that. But I'm gonna have to side with the Eagles. I think after a shaky start to the league season opener, the Eagles morph back into their Super Bowl winning defensive ways. The Chiefs are going to have a hard time stopping Barkley as well as that run game, which pretty much is the identifier with the Eagles offense. As well as channeling a successful pass game against one of the league's best secondaries. Pat Mahomes was out of sync last Friday against throwing for 258 yards on 39 attempts. That's terrible. Give me Philly to cover.
Okay. So for our third game, we've got the Buccaneers at the Texans. It was a frustrating – this is on Monday Night Football, by the way. Frustrating affair for the Texans last week with 11 penalties. That's kind of been an issue for them for the past few years. I think this will be a really good game, but I'm going to take Houston to bounce back and get the win.
I'm going to agree with you. Bucks have a lot of injured players. I don't know if you saw that. Chris Goldwyn, Christian Eisen, Tristan Wirfs. Give me the Texans. I'm with you, Caiden. I think the Texans are going to have a good game. And they're going to pull back.
Okay, this is very interesting because I'm a huge history buff, especially in sports. You know why the Dallas Cowboys were the team of the 90s, Caiden? Because they had an immaculate offensive line. It wasn't Jerry Jones looking pretty on the camera. The Texans do not have one. In fact, C.J. Stroud was sacked 52 times last year. That's the second most among all active QBs in the NFL. This is not 1985, folks. Defense does not only win you championships. I'm hinting Chicago Bears. The Buccaneers have a tough defensive line led by veteran tackle Vita Vea, which I do think he's playing in that game, and then Levante David, who is very underrated. I think he's one of the best linebackers in the NFL. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Give me the Bucs for the win.
Okay. Aidan has opposed me in each pick so
Catch me outside.
So, our fourth game going into baseball, this is who we think is going to win the series between the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Red Sox have kind of owned the Yankees this year. I think they're going to win the series, but 2-1.
Caiden, I'm going to agree with you on the 2-1. If Max Fried pitches, I think the Yankees will take out that game. But I think since it's at Fenway Park, it's Red Sox are going to beat them. Roman Anthony is going to be the reason Red Sox are able to pull out this win. I mean, he's been a star all season.
100%.
But I think it's going to be 2-1. Red Sox are winning, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with both of you guys. As of September 2025, the Red Sox have a 28-20 win-loss record in the second half of the season, posting a .583 winning percentage, and with the team only being 3.5 games back of the Blue Jays in the American League East, this proves that the team, once led by Ted Williams, is going to be hard to beat further in the season. Furthermore, the Red Sox are 10-2 against the Yankees this season. This proves that having a payroll of $294 million means nothing in this sport. And then I loved how, Kate, you pointed that the Tigers are winning the World Series. I totally agree with you that the Tigers, who have a budget of $157 million, have a better shot of winning the World Series than the Yankees do. Fire Brian Cashman.
And they say Brewers having a Moneyball season.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Good pick, though.
Transitioning into college football. We have number 6 Georgia taking on number 15 Tennessee. This should be a great one, but to me it feels like that hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby meme. I don't want to pick either of these teams, but I think Georgia's defense is going to be able to limit the Vols enough, and I think they squeak out a tough, close road win. And a fun little stat here: in 4 Coach Smart versus Coach Heupel meetings, Georgia has outscored Tennessee by a total of 80 points. So I think that's going to continue.
Agreeing with you, Caiden. I really don't believe Tennessee has a chance at all. I mean, Georgia's been so dominant. Their defense is just so good. I mean, coming from last year, reason we lost against Georgia was Georgia's defense was incredible. And I think Tennessee's new offense, they have an older quarterback, but it's his first year playing, and I think Georgia just all day.
Yeah. I agree with the majority of opinion. This, in my opinion, is the game of the week in college football. Tennessee has not beaten the Dogs since 2016 when Josh Dobbs threw a remarkable Hail Mary touchdown pass to Jawan Jennings, who's now with the San Francisco 49ers, back in Sanford Stadium. However, give me the Dogs. There's a reason why Gunnar Stockton is an early Heisman favorite, and it's not because he looks good inside the pocket or he can throw a quick game. It's because Kirby Smart's boys are number 1 in total offense and number 5 in scoring offense currently in the nation. I know it's week 2, but this is Georgia. This isn't Wyoming we're talking about. Give me the Dogs to defeat Vols in Neyland. Neyland is arguably one of the toughest perennial powerhouses in the nation, but give me the Dogs. Go Dogs, sick 'em. Oof!
Another college football matchup. We've got number 18, newly ranked South Florida, going against number 5, Miami. I am going to go with the upset here. I think USF is riding a couple of nice highs on their respective ranked wins, and I think they're going to use the momentum to pull off a shocker on the road and upset Miami.
Yeah, USF. You know, I had my highlight that you didn't like of the trick play of the punting team, but everyone loves the Cinderella story. I mean, from March Madness to college football, rooting for the underdog. I think they're going to upset Miami.
Absolutely, yeah. South Florida really proved why Billy Napier stinks as a head coach at UF and why DJ Lagway is a poster boy for overhyped QBs. However, even though the Bulls put up an impressive performance against the Gators offense, posting 1 sack, 1 interception, and 7 tackles for loss, they in fact posed too much of a task stopping Carson Beck, right? And that electric and fun Miami offense. The Canes offense were impeccable week 1 against the Irish, who came in as an early season favorite to win the Natty. Give me the Convicts to win in this game. However, they did not cover the 17.5 spread, which is ridiculous. I mean, Vegas, what's going on here? Sports bettors have to be in shambles right now. The spread is just way too high. That team that beat a perennial SEC powerhouse in Florida. Also, give me Miami as a quiet favorite to win the Natty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
Carson Beck. I don't know. I'm a hater.
Another college football game. Number 16 Texas A&M versus at number 8 Notre Dame. I think Texas A&M last won a ranked non-conference road game in 1979. That's a super specific stat, but I'm going to use anything I can to pick against A&M. I think the trend continues. Notre Dame avoids an 0-2 start and gets the win.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to get the win, too. They had a rough loss to Miami. Freshman quarterback C.J. Carr had 221 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Notre Dame defense was looking strong, as always. They're always helping that new offense after losing some star players. A&M believes that every year is their year, and they barely won against UTSA. I mean, it was a slow start. I believe UTSA scored the first touchdown. I think so. And this should be a good game if Marcel Reed can perform up to standards, but does he ever? And the Irish can take their bye week from their loss to Miami and use it as motivation to beat those Aggies.
100%. Texas A&M, congratulations on starting out the season 2-0. The last time you accomplished that, I was in diapers, okay? Well, actually, it was 2016, but I like the diaper story. It's good for TV. It's good for content. However, now you're going into South Bend, Indiana, to face a team that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning couldn't even beat. While Notre Dame failed to beat Miami week 1, they did look promising, especially in that fourth quarter. I think this will be a bounce-back week for the Catholics, as they will take care of business at home. This is partly due to my affinity for Marcus Freeman's coaching style and my utmost hate for the Texas A&M Aggies. Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em.
Good one.
Yeah. And last year, I believe UTSA got destroyed in DKR while they posed a threat to A&M in Kyle Field. So, sorry.
I don't know. Not A&M for me.
Yeah, never.
Never.
Next matchup, we've got Arkansas at number 17 Ole Miss. So I think obviously quarterback Austin Simmons' status is the big question mark for Ole Miss. But I think Kawan Lacey and the running game are going to be plenty enough for them to pull out maybe a close one, regardless.
I'm going to go with Arkansas. They have average of 54 points and 590 yards per game. Mike Washington Jr. averaging 10.8 yards per carry. Taylon Green is finding his receivers and is ready against the game against Ole Miss. He was quoted saying, "Put me out there, coach." The Rebels lost a lot of their players after their breakout season last year, and the team is filled with young prospects. Their starting QB, Austin Simmons, is still on the injured list. Don't know if he's going to play or not. But even though Arkansas is going to Mississippi, I still think Arkansas is going to pull out this win for, I guess an upset.
Yeah, no, this would definitely be an upset indeed, but I'm going to have to side with Caiden. Sorry, Kate. With Austin.
I love an upset.
Yeah. No, don't we all? With Austin Simmons' health uncertain and Jackson Dart starting to have a midlife crisis in New York already, it's only week 2, the Rebels might have to throw in head coach Lane Kiffin at quarterback. However, in reality, Ole Miss posted 3rd in FBS scoring last year, with a team adding former Penn State leading receiver Harrison Wallace, right? Yeah. And which was Drew Aller's favorite go-to guy in the mix. This adds further pressure into the mix, and since we haven't clearly seen what Arkansas can do this season against Power 4 teams, when they've only placed Arkansas State, and then who's the other team? I don't know. I think North Dakota State is more relevant than the team they played week 1. However, assuming that Austin Simmons plays, I think the Rebels will march out with a win. But I don't think they'll finish top 25 as the season ends. No. So
it was Alabama A&M, the team you're going.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Thanks for that, Caiden.
Okay. So the next game is UTEP at Texas. I think this is going to be that team-wide statement game that we've been waiting for from the Horns after a couple of incomplete games, and they take care of business pretty easily here at home. I think the only things the fans should be worried about is not getting a horrible sunburn at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, start off. Did y'all get tickets?
I did.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't get tickets? Hate that for you. But Texas.
In the mail.
Texas is going to take out this win. This is a bigger game since we got the 3:15 time slots rather than the 11 a.m. So I think it's going to be another game from the O-line to grow, Manning to gain some more confidence and feel comfortable in the starting position.
I like how you mentioned Arch Manning gaining confidence. I think this will be the game where we really see why Pop was right about this guy. After a shaky start to the first half against San Jose State, Arch Manning threw for 4 touchdowns while accounting for 295 passing yards, all in the second half.
Yeah.
UTEP is 1-1 with a tough but suitable defense. Unfortunately, star wide receiver DeAndre Moore Jr. is unlikely to play in this game with a lingering injury. However, UT's offense will still flourish under with Ryan Wingo and Parker Livingston. Who do we expect? I thought Ryan Wingo, a former 5-star receiver from St. Louis, was going to be already having a 500-yard season. And C.J. Baxter's are going to set the play as well. And let's not forget, Colin Simmons, the kid, the stallion from Duncanville, had 9 sacks as a true freshman. Are you kidding me? You know a player in the NFL right now that he was a college football phenom as defensive end. You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Will Anderson. He had more sacks than Will Anderson in a Nick Saban run defense.
I didn't know that.
Will Anderson had 7 sacks his freshman year. Colin Simmons had 9. Give me the horns. Hook 'em.
Absolutely.
And for our final pick-em matchup, this one is in volleyball. Number 2, Texas versus number 9, Arizona State. We talked about volleyball earlier. We sent this team pack in, or Texas sent this team pack in football last year, and I think they're going to do just the same in volleyball. After what I've seen in the first 5 games, I don't think there's any reason to doubt them against a kind of a lesser opponent.
Right.
Back at Greg, I think they'll get out of this one in 3 sets.
Yeah, Texas all day. They showed us that they can beat high-ranked teams with teams of Stanford and Louisville. They're on a roll of high energy and full dominant players. This is going to be a great, fun game to watch.
I have no current matter on this subject. However, I did get to interview Jared Elliott, head coach, who's probably the greatest college volleyball head coach of all time. And he looked super confident in that bald head of his. I'm going to go UT, and I think they're going to win the Natty. Even though I really don't know volleyball, but people are saying that they're better than UT's football this year. So,
women in sports.
Yeah, there we
That's all I
go.
gotta
There we
say.
go. So, UT.
That's going to do it for all our picks. We'll see how they age.
Yes.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of 1-0. Don't forget to join us on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. for a new episode of College Press Box, Wednesdays live at 9 p.m. for a new episode of College Crossfire, and next Friday at 11 a.m. for another episode of 1-0. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.